Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today I'm going to show you a really cool way of scrapbooking. Many of you may be aware of it, and you may even do it yourselves, but I am going to show you exactly what it is. It's called Pocket Page Scrapbooking. It's really the brainchild of Becky Higgins, and her version of it is called Project Life. Basically, my personal opinion is that anything that's other than Project Life, is really an offshoot or some type of form of Project Life. Project Life to me is the original, and what it does is it allows people to scrapbook not only really detailed and artistically, etc., but you can also just do it very simple but get the story told. Project Life is, like I said, Becky's brainchild to make sure that you document your life, and that's really, really the thought and the premise behind it. Sometimes, I don't know if you know or you feel this way, sometimes you have friends or yourself even take pictures but don't actually get to enjoy the feeling or what's going on really with the situation. So rather than lose out on that, document for sure, but make sure that you actually are present in all these awesome activities and exciting times in your life. I have a son that's in college, and I have a son that's a junior in high school. As you can imagine, it's wonderful, scary, and emotional all at the same time for both of them as a mom, and of course my husband too. So I really want to make sure that I'm documenting all these moments, and I have had a hard time trying to do this because of time and I don't know. Looking at their old, their baby pictures is wonderful, but also emotional because they're getting so old and makes me feel old and, moving out of the house sometime and etc. So at any rate, that's why I'm doing this Project Life demonstration. I wanted to show you a little bit about what it is, why you'd want to do it, and show you different varieties of what you can do. So Project Life is basically pocket page scrapbooking, and you can buy kits. You can buy kits, and this specific box comes with different pages right here, and there's different layouts, and you can also do different ones. Like for example, We Are Memories has their own also, and you can see this right here, different page configurations. There's a number of different businesses that do have different configurations. You can buy the regular typical page kit or typical page, and you can do a normal 12 by 12 page, or you can do a smaller version, or you can even do it like a pocket page scrapbooking. Here you can see that this is how they did this page, only in a pocket page way. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is show you a few of the layouts that I made while I was at the scrapbooking thing this weekend. I went yesterday with my amazing scrapbooking creative crew, part of them anyway, Brandy and Rhoda, who I love very much, and we had a blast, probably too much fun and more fun than one group of girls should have at one time. But we can thank Letitia and Esther for that. They hosted a phenomenal crop day, and I'm telling you, if you are in Southern California, you need to make sure you hook up with Crafty Amiga. She is awesome, unbelievably talented, and has great scrapbook crops, and she does planner groups, planner get-togethers. She's just really amazing. I will be sure to put her link to her page on my blog, or if you look up our creative crew, it should be on there, her blog, etc. At any rate, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 3 different pages. One of them is just getting the story across. Another one is trying to tell a story with pictures. And another one is a little bit more fancy, not super fancy, but just a little bit fancier. You can do them super plain, or you can do them a little bit fancier. So this is the album I have. I love it. It's pretty generic, and it works great for boys or girls. I have boys, so sometimes the albums that you have are a little bit more feminine, so I was trying to go with something that would be either less feminine or something that you can do for either or, and this is what we have. So this is the album. I'm just going to open it up right here, and this comes with the album. It's like a little page protector so that you don't ruin your pages and they don't get stuck. I got this album at Michael's, And I don't know, I was told that this doesn't come with all of them. So if you get it at a different store, you may not get this, but this did come with the Michaels one, okay? Now this here is a page that I did, and this is my youngest, Austin. And he really wanted to play with the hose, okay? As you can see, I was filling up this is a Mickey pool. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like shaped like a Mickey head. So I was trying to fill that up, and he really, really wanted to play with the hose. And I thought, you know what? He's going to get wet anyway. Which difference does it make? So he didn't even want to wait for his bathing suit. And I thought it was so cute. You know, sometimes you just have to say yes and pick your battles. Well, he had such a blast, as you can see. Look at this. I mean, he was just soaking wet. My favorite part is when he's trying to grab the water here. He's trying to grab it and it's not working, obviously, because you can't really do that. But he got himself all watery and wet and had a blast, and he really enjoyed that. So I wanted to make sure that I had a record of this great event. I loved the pictures, and I thought, you know, what better way? So I did a really quick 4x6 card, and this is part of a Project Life kit. And it already had the Oh Happy Day with the arrow printed on it. So all I did was journal, which is very important if you're going to be documenting anything, any scrapbooking or anything. It's important that, I mean, of course you can use a typewriter, you can use a computer. I know that's very common, and by all means, yes, do that. But make sure you also have your writing too. Because your kids, your family, your friends, everybody will remember your writing, and hopefully that won't go away, even with, you know, modern technology. Because I know that my kids can see this writing and they'll know that it's mine. I have something that I got from my grandmother that I recognize her writing, my sisters, my moms, you know, my stepmom, all, you know, family, friends. You can always tell whose writing is what, and I think it's important that you document that. So anyway, we have Austin really wanted to play with the hose while I was filling the Mickey pool. After I was done, I gave it to him. Well, as you can say, he had an awesome time, and I put the date here. Now the dates are actually on the photos, but I wanted to make sure that the date was clear. So that's what I did. It's not my best writing. It's neat. You can read it, but it's not, oh, I've got to write it perfectly. I'm going to write it 25 times before I get it right. I just literally wrote it, got it done. So this page is complete. I thought that the pictures told the story better. And as you can see here, we have all these pictures right here. There's 10 pictures. And then we have this right here to just tell the story, and that's it. Pretty basic, really simple. Took me about 35 minutes to do this scrapbook page, and the most of the time was cutting this out. I have a punch that is from also We Are Memories that will allow me to cut out the picture by just placing it on and using the magnet piece. And I'll show this to you. I'll show you that product another time, but it's really a great product. I love it. It's awesome. So I wanted to show you this. This is, I would say, a pretty basic scrapbook page, not super fancy. Now I'm sure if you're like me, sometimes you have pictures and stuff that you're not most proud of, but you really need to put them in a scrapbook. Well, that's what I was faced with this layout here. This here is also my youngest's first birthday. Unfortunately, these are the only real pictures that I had because we had just moved and into our house not too long before, and we wanted to make sure we had, you know, your first birthday on the film. That was a really cool thing back then in 2001. The only problem is it took really, really yucky pictures. This picture of the cake isn't very clear. None of these pictures are really clear, but of course we have to document it, so I did. We have this part here. I did a little outline so it kind of looks like a birthday cake. You'll be able to see like that. So it looks like a cake there. Okay. And all it does is document the day. He's opening presents. His brother's checking out his cool presents he got. His dad's reading him a book that he just got. This is when he first woke up and he said balloon because he knew that there was balloons because we were holding up balloons there. This right here shows his brother and he looking at the balloons, and they're sharing, which is sweet. This picture right here is one of my favorites, and it's of his brother, or Austin, fell asleep and his brother is hugging him even though he's taking a nap. It's really cute. This is after he had cake, and I think he's wearing more than he ate, and this is the cake. And right here his brother's giving him a birthday kiss. It's very sweet. Okay, so I really like this. This is very basic. It took me more time to cut out the pieces than I did really anything else. So again, my writing isn't perfect. It's not, you know, super fancy. I just basically wrote. I did handwriting here, I did printing here, that was it. Just told the story and that was all. You can really get fancy and really detailed and do three-dimensional things and do a whole bunch of different things on your scrapbook pages. The biggest thing that I am realizing as I sit here with a 16, almost 17-year-old and a 19-year-old is that I really need to tell the story about these pictures, because someday I won't be here to tell them. And I want to make sure that they can share that with their family and their friends, and, you know, time further that I am not here or unable to tell them the story. So it's important to make sure you do that. Now this page here, I really love it. It's not super fancy, but it definitely is a little bit fancier than what I had on the other ones. All I did was take some cards from a Project Life kit, and I'm going to show you one of those kits in a minute. And I took some of these, which basically look like school paper, like kindergarten paper. It's got like the thicker lines. And I just added a few embellishments, and that was it. So if you want to look here, this here is one card on top of a decorator card. This is the one picture. It's my husband walking my other son, Christian, my oldest. And then here's a card on top of a card. They're both three-dimensional pop dotted, so you can have a little lift there. It gives a little bit of dimension. Here's the writing, and I wrote straight across to give a little bit of a different look. Okay. And then here, I used one of those, I'm trying to remember what they're called, but they're like labelers, the old-fashioned labelers that you do the click thing and turn it with the letter dial. So that's what this right here is. Okay. And then we also have here, and this says Beach Walking with Daddy. And here is my son and my husband right here, and the date is 5/6/2001. Obviously, I wrote it bigger here. But other than that, it's a little bit fancier than the other one, but it didn't take me that much longer, if even the same amount. I think it took me more time to cut out the birthday cake parts than it did anything else. So I really love this. There are cards, like I said, that you can just buy and purchase right here. They're already pre-cut, piece of cake, no problem. Or you can also cut out your own. Now here I left the picture straight and square, but you can also do it rounded here. Stampin' Up! Has a wonderful corner rounder, and it is phenomenal. And Brandy, who used to be on our design team, has actually started doing things with Stampin' Up! And if you're interested in this corner rounder, it is the best I have tried so far. I will put her link to her email, or I can also, actually, I believe you can contact her through our creative crew information. Nope, I'm sorry, I don't have that in there anymore. You know what, I will put a link there so I can make sure that you can contact her if you're interested in getting this Project Life corner rounder. I think it might still be available. If not, then there's other ones available through Project Life. But if you're interested in any of the items through Stampin' Up, I'll give you her link so she can help you out with that, because they have some really great, or did have some really great Project Life stuff. I'm not sure exactly what they still have. I forgot to look at the catalog before I started doing this video. Anyway, so entertainment for you while I figure it all out in my head. This is what it feels like to live in my brain. At any rate, so this is the layout. It's a little bit fancier, still not super fancy, not dimensional and all this stuff. You can do die cuts and all different kinds of things, characters, all kinds of things with this stuff. We have phenomenal alphabet letters on our website that work fantastically. If I wanted to put like Christian and Daddy here, I could do that with colors and things like that. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do. If you want to check out our website, check out the different stamps that we have that work really well with Project Life. We have a button there that you can click on under shopping, and our website is www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com, and we also have www.acjwm.com, and a lot of great things that work with Project Life. So now I'm going to show you what the Project Life, there's like a little mini kit that I had, and I had a couple of them, so I thought I would offer it as a giveaway this week. Make sure if you want to win this giveaway that you are a subscriber to our blog and newsletter, as well as our YouTube channel. And then we go and check and make sure that you are subscribed to both, and then we pick somebody that's a winner. We announce it on our blog post, so make sure you check out our blog post and subscribe so that you can find out if you're a winner. There's been a few people that haven't claimed anything, and after 2 weeks they forfeited. So make sure that you do subscribe so that if you are a winner, you get that fantastic prize. So this is an example of a Project Life little kit, and this is under boy. So this is the one I'm going to be giving away. And although it is boy, I thought it could really be used for boy or girl because it's really cute. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So these are the different sizes and the different cards. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Now just to give you a little close-up, this is what comes in it. Okay, now there's cars there and here. Well, you can use that for a teenager that drives, boy or girl. It's primary colors. You can do RAR, that one right there. You could use that for somebody that's really tired and doesn't want to wake up. That could be a boy or girl. So I really thought that this would work for either boy or girl. It just has primary colors, and I think that it would work out really great. A train, this card right here, could be perfect for a trip that you took. There's a lot of different things in here that you can do with this, okay? So we have this right here. These are the different cards that you put in here, and these are 4x6. Okay, and you can put this one goes this way vertically, and they have horizontally too, like that. And you can write something on the bottom. There's a whole bunch of different varieties of things that you can do with this, and they're just amazing. I really like them. So you don't even have to really think per se. You can just pull out some stuff that matches with your colors of your cards, of your pictures, and you're set. I mean, who wouldn't love this next to one of their pictures that says you are awesome, right? So this says honk honk beep. This is perfect, I thought, for when my kids got their driver's license. So we have that there. And then like that's my boy, obviously that would be more appropriate for a son, but you could also use it for a father or a husband and be funny about it. That would be kind of cute. Then there's this card here that has clouds and things. There's a lot of different options with these kits, and usually you get 2 of each, so you could even share a kit with a friend. See, like that's got double cards. This has double cards, and then you have the back too. So they're useful on the back as well as the front. Okay? So make sure that you check this out if you are somebody that really wants to start scrapbooking, but you just don't have the time or the patience, or you don't feel like you're creative enough. I'm telling you that this really saves a lot of time and energy. Project Life is available online as well as at Michael's. I believe Joann's, of course, has it. I believe Hobby Lobby has it as well. There's a lot of different companies that carry it, but Project Life directly has it, and that would be, I believe, projectlife.com. I think it is. Yes, I do believe it is. And Becky Higgins is a wonderful lady that I've met a number of times, or I've seen a number of times. She's very gracious with her kindness and her creativeness, and she's just wonderful. So I love to support businesses that are really kind, helpful, and wonderful in the craft industry, and she is one of the innovators of a number of things that you may not even realize. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today about Project Life. I hope that you will share with me what your thoughts are, and whether you've done Project Life and whether you like it or whether it's helped you, because I will tell you that this has really encouraged me to start doing some more of my scrapbooking and getting these stories done, because after all, what else are we going to be doing if we're getting older and not able to tell these stories? You want to make sure that your kids or your grandkids have these stories to tell other ones, to tell loved ones. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for going on a creative journey with Melissa, and be sure to be a subscriber so you can be a winner. Just because you subscribe today doesn't mean you won't win 2 months from now. And please, if you want to leave a blog note and let me know what you're thinking, I'd love to have that, and that also gives you an extra entry to win. So have a fantastic day, and thank you again for going on a creative journey with Melissa. Bye-bye.